Well, Chromatic Games is back at it again with another entry in the Dungeon Defenders franchise. Dungeon Defenders Going Rogue is essentially just a roguelite set in the ethereal world. Other than that, I don't know much about it. Today is my first time ever playing, and this is going to be my first impressions of it. Now, this game could be incredible. I could play it every day for months from now on forward. This game could be terrible, and I could never pick it up again after this session. I really don't know, and that's all the excitement and fun of it, I guess. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. This is my first impression, so this is the average experience, or hopefully the average experience for the average new player. Keep in mind, around 60% of gamers quit a new game within the first hour. So that first hour is really, really important. How it's designed is very, very important. We're seeing normal and hard difficulty similar to Dungeon Defenders 2, the lacking of multiple choices of difficulty. Don't love it, but not a, death sentence by any means. We can go ahead and see my one Squire hero right here. I didn't create him or anything. I kind of just auto spawned him in. So I'm wondering if I can, what options do I have here? I have the inventory to have access to, which is going to show me my main weapons, and apparently you can equip different tower slots. That's pretty interesting to give you give you towers as equipment to put on is pretty cool. It almost like they took the idea of those runes, those additions in Dungeon Defenders 2 and kind of ran with it. So we've got the Squire, the Apprentice, which is apparently locked, the Huntress locked, Series EV locked. I really like this art style, I will say. I heavily prefer this art style. If you want to take a difference from Dungeon Defenders 1, I think this is a really cool way to go. Look at the Apprentice here. I actually love the look of him here. Really didn't prefer the Dungeon Defenders 2 the art style, but I understand what they were going for there. They're kind of more like, grown up variations of the original heroes. I love this character. I love the monk look is also incredible, and it's giving me like Diablo 3 monk vibes. Okay, I'm really enjoying this. Let's go ahead and all we can do is select our Squire, so let's kind of jump into some gameplay. Do we just jump straight into talents? We've seen, ooh, there's a whole talent tree. Okay, I'm excited to see. I am not a big roguelite player. Oh, we got some sound effects coming in hot. I'm sure that I'm not going to be great at this, and I'm going to have a lot to learn. They jump you right in. So this is Deeper Wells. This is the Deeper Well, which is the same. Wave starts already? Okay. They didn't give me any time to prepare. Lacking a little bit as my computer adjusts. Might need to lower the graphics one setting or so. Give me a little cone to show me my attacks. Okay. Similar to the sound design of Dungeon Defenders 2. Of actually feeling like you're slashing the enemies. I'm gonna lower my graphics a little bit just to get a more smooth. It's also locking my FPS at 60, which I don't want it to do. I want it to be capped maxed up. Let's lower this high for the sake of the video and see, but it still shows my FPS at that. Oh, now that I was glitched for a sec. Okay, pretty casual. Are there people? There's not minions coming from each side. Why does that say E above it? If I press E, does that do something? Nope. Okay, we got shamans immediately. Can I zoom out at all or change my camera angle? I feel like it's funny to have this camera angle only in a roguelite like this. Things do move pretty snappily. The camera feels legitimately super shaky, though. Maybe it is. Let's just lower this to medium. Running this on a GTX 3050, if you're looking for... Whenever I change my settings, my mouse looking thing gets messed up. Okay, now I'm getting better FPS. Okay, so maybe it was just a graphical thing. But even then, like, the turns are super shaky feeling. Okay. You can zoom in, but not out. This is the max zoom out. Next pulse in the bottom right-hand corner is G. I don't know what that does. Oh, I assume a pulse is like a wave. Okay. Wave 3 out of 3 would be my assumption. How's my HP looking? I'm at 1. I do heal a little bit over time. I think when you get hit, does the screen shake when you get hit? Yeah, that's what it is. That is so much screen shake. That's ridiculous. I'm going to be honest. I usually like the camera shake to give us a little bit of that, I guess, immersiveness, but that amount of camera shake just from being hit by one little guy, that's a little too much for me. And once again, I get the glitch where I have to press escape and then unpress it to actually be able to move around my character and stuff. Alrighty. Pretty simple so far. I mean, it says wave 3 out of 3. 7 out of 31 minions complete. I don't know what the E stands for. I don't understand like what the letters above the... Really, really simple, obviously, so far. Are there any chests that I can pop open or anything? I also haven't used... I've only been... Oh, I died. Ah, yes. Very simple so far, like I was saying. Okay. Well, this gives us a perfect opportunity to see what happens when you die. You do get experience gained. Okay. Let's go back to the lobby. Can I jump back in? So is that experience going to carry over into future runs? I think that's the question. Available points 1. So I do have more available points. Dude, I heavily prefer... I really like roguelites like this where I can sort of jump back in and gain progress. That's really fun to me. I could see myself really, really enjoying this game if the core gameplay loop actually feels satisfying. But I love this style. So let's do a plus 5 attack for ranged heroes, plus 10 attack for melee heroes, offense. I'm feeling that. Max HP. Max HP. Reduced prices. That's kind of funny. Let's go ahead and go with plus 10 attack. I like that. How do I equip this? Add level E. I have to hold it. Okay, you hold E to add a little level. Okay, sure. Got 1 skill point equipped. Let's jump back in. Take care of this level once and for all. Wait. It's a different level. What? Okay, I was just trying to jump back into the... Is there multiple... Can you pick what level to go into? Or is it... No shot. There's no way it randomly jumps you into a level, right? Certainly... If I jump back into it again, what happens? Am I going to get a random level again? No, it gave me the same thing. Ancient Mines. Did me losing on that level... Like, was that my only run at that level? I can make that jump barely. That's a risky thing to do, but it's cool. You guys will see me really... I'm just not familiar with this gaming genre in general, but I'm obviously familiar with the Dungeon Defenders franchise. So maybe I sound like an idiot to those roguelite enjoyers, but maybe it's like you only have 1 shot at that map, 1 shot at that run. And then if you fail it, you just go on to the next. And then if you don't have the power to complete a certain level... But I lost. So why would it... Huh. I'm not totally sure. I'm going to go ahead and battle this map pretty easily. This should be a pretty simple one once again, and I'll see you guys after it. Okay, my next guess... Oh, I just accidentally placed that. That's hilarious. Sure, that worked. I accidentally placed a tower. That's really funny. Can I upgrade it or anything with like 5? Like 5 would be the upgrade. Oh, I just killed it. I didn't mean to do that. Oopsie. Destroyed my own tower. My other guess with how like the runs work would be... You can like recontinue your runs. So let's say, let me make sure I don't die. I'm at 82, 67 HP here. I have to be a little more careful with my HP. What does this do? Oh, that, oh, dude. That attack is very cool. That's some like lightsaber throwing Star Wars action. That is a really satisfying attack. Also, my sword did kind of a little flip. We should be using way more of our abilities. I've just been hacking and slashing this whole point so far. But I do have... Okay, this thing's under attack. Wait a minute. Come on. Certainly I don't lose again, right? On the first wave again? Certainly not, right? What I was trying to say was, maybe you have... There's still minions coming, really? What's F do? Oh, that lagged my whole game. I don't know what happened there. Interesting. I was at 140 FPS. My game lagged so hard I couldn't even see what happened. Okay. We're gonna have to try that one again here. Ooh, and shift is a dash. That is really cool. I love that. The dash, I'm a huge fan of. It feels like, yeah, I use the ability for the first... I don't understand why I'm getting lag on this game. Maybe I should enable VSync? There's no shot, like with my hardware, I should be getting lag on this game. Yes, that was my next prediction. Okay, so it seems like each run... That's so cool. Each run, the first map is going to be random. And then it seems like after that, you get to choose which map you want to go to next and like create your own different route every time. That's really, really interesting. I assume we also get to like pick a little upgrade here out of these 3, or do we get all of them? If I press E, is it going to explain it to me or just tell me what it is? So choose your destiny. Ability power plus 25, ability defense rate, haste, skill power. I don't know what that entails. I really like the, can I decide? I really like this ability. So whatever upgrades that shows a little, that shows skill. So you can actually see, that's actually a really good beginner little tip slash tool. You can see on the icon itself, on the bottom bar, you can see a little sword in the top left for left click. For right click, you do see the little hand, which lets me know it's skill power. And then you see a little gem for this. Okay, it didn't lag, thankfully. So that's like ability power. C is also something. The automatic keybinds are really good. That's similar to Blood Rage, okay, similar to normal Dungeon Defenders. And then this is shift. And that's just straight up haste. Okay. I am going to go skill power because I really like this attack. And that's going to buff that. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and then go... Is this an upgrade on the weapon? I don't think so, right? Okay. Marathon defense rune. We're just picking up everything. Bowling ball turret, sure, why not? I'm really enjoying this so far. There's a lot to learn here, especially as a huge just like noob to the genre itself. But let's go ahead and jump into, what am I more for, magma mines or lava mines? Okay, what wildly different things I see. I'm gonna go magma because they look a lot cooler in the intro screen. Okay, hopefully it plays a lot smoother here. They gave me a little bit of time to warm up. What is this little runite? Okay. The lag when the game's like, it's almost like rendering for the first time is a little, like now that ability doesn't lag at all. Before it did, which is so funny to me. Okay, we got some skeletons coming in here. Does this just show where minions are going to be coming in at? Like the highlighted doors? So now they're going to be coming in from over here. Okay, that's fine. And go ahead and place a, once again, wait, this guy's stuck in the air. Okay, I'm wobbling him. Once again, I lagged for the casting, like the first ability for the first time. But after it was the first time, it totally stopped lagging. That's such a weird thing. It's like almost like Minecraft, like rendering the world, which has similar issues. It's so funny. I'm going to have to tank these. I'm really low on HP because of that, though, unfortunately, so I don't know if that was worth it. What's the best way to deal? I think I have to save my ranged attack for those guys, don't I, probably? Let's place that here. Once again, insane lag for no reason. That shouldn't be occurring on my GPU. Especially like on this graphics level. Seeming really unoptimized, unfortunately. But maybe it's just... But it feels smooth. It just has spikes. Okay. Account XP and hero XP are different. So we see account XP went up to level 3. Hero XP went up to level 1. What bonuses does that give us? So we see, yeah, level 3 here. Can I go to my talents? Do I have extra points? I do. I have 2 extra points. Okay, so you're meant to die like this. Oh, then that's okay. That's, you know, that's understandable. I feel like this has to be like the most powerful buff. Defense talent plus 4 power plus HP. Getting more HP will be good. I'll probably go full into survival at some point here, but this just feels insane. I feel like 10% more damage versus like 5% more HP. I feel like the damage is so much better. So for now, I'm just gonna dump points into that. We can also reset if we want to. Okay, I'm just gonna keep grinding some more of this. So this time we got Ancient Mines again for our first run. Can ready up by pressing G. I hold G. Okay, that matters. I'm gonna do a couple more runs, gain some XP, gain some levels, see you guys if anything interesting happens. Okay, map is in the top right hand corner. That's good to know. And I feel like now that I'm actually like getting a hang of things a little bit more, I should be spamming my abilities a lot more. I feel like I'm looking a little bit smoother as I play. It just definitely needs to be like one of those games you warm up to. This is definitely a game, the more hours put into it. I should be blood raging way more as well. More hours put into it, the better you're going to be, and the more you're going to learn, and the smoother you're going to play. So let's see how many hours I can put into Dungeon Defenders going Rogue. All right, pretty easy level. There's the victory screen. Yeah, was able to beat that level really easily this time. Getting better with the movements and the ability presses. Weird little lag spikes still here and there. Don't know what's causing that. Hopefully that eases up. We're going and just collecting this. I love this. The choose your destiny thing is really interesting. 50% max HP. Ignore it will sell your rune for 75. Dude, you know what? Okay, I don't know what that currency is. I'm down to do that. I wonder if farming that currency would be good. I should grab that. I feel like that had some extra effect. I'm going to leave that currency. I'm going to ignore my destiny. funny sentence. Jump into Foundries and Forges, a map that I actually know because it's from Dungeon Defenders 1. A map I'm more familiar with. Got my little axe here. Got my dashes. Where are minions coming from the first wave? Can we tell? Not totally sure. Okay. So yeah, now I have... Wait. Now I have currency. The 75 gold thing. Is this going to be a run-specific currency? If that currency carries outside of the run, that would be awesome news. I have to pop some abilities here. Wait a minute. I'm getting obliterated here, kind of. I didn't expect there to be a crystal down here. That's kind of wild. We'll place that. We'll pop all of our abilities. Okay, now we're actually gaming a little bit. Getting a little smoother with it. Jumping into this side over here. I can go ahead and place a balancing blockade. I love the way the turrets work in this game. It's very, like, quick and snappy. You just kind of place them and just don't even worry about... You're not here to play a tower defense game. You know, you're here to play a roguelite. And it shows. For my little range attack, try to control that guy's aggro. He's going to chase me around. I can wobble him in the air like we're playing Smash Bros. Okay. Keep an eye out for this thing over here. Once again, weird lag. I assume for like the wyverns coming in for the first time, we'll pop an attack. Or a ranged attack. Just kind of smash buttons all around. There we go. Wave 2 out of 3. Doing pretty solid here. Okay, something super interesting is that if I smack this off the wall, it bounces. That is very cool to be aware of. Oh, also there's a double jump. I almost didn't even notice that. Okay, well, now you can't tell because of lag, but there is a double jump. That's cool. You can save up and use both towers if you so choose. But there being a double, it's a very light double jump to be fair. Like 1 jump, 2 jump. I guess if you wait, I think you get more of a bonus effect versus if you just do it immediately, you don't jump that much higher, right? So if I do immediately, I jump, my head is about there, but if I wait, yeah, I can almost jump over that. So it's a decent little boost if you quickly place your towers. It's a decent little boost if you get the full weight on the double jump. Oh, this is the first ogre spawn. Okay, final wave on this map. First ogre spawn we're getting. Okay, trying to smack him up. That'll be interesting. I think having towers to block him for sure is required. And bam, there we go. Victory screen. We did it. We beat our first 2nd level, which is kind of cool. The lighting on this game feels really dark, but I think it's because of the graphics. Let me switch the graphics back up and see if the lighting changes. I think that was like a huge... Yeah, like the game is so much darker on different graphic settings. As you can see, I'm getting a pretty smooth FPS here on high. It's not a matter of... Really, the issue comes with just spikes. I'm just getting weird little lag spikes here and there. But the performance is consistent otherwise. It's just strange. The spikes are pretty dangerous on a game like this. You can't be having lag spikes on a roguelite. And I can't imagine it's because of my hardware, but maybe we'll try. I don't know, have to restart. I don't know. We'll try something. Let's go ahead and check out the new possible upgrades here. This is a huge upgrade on the axe, actually. Extra effects plus higher DPS. Huge upgrade on. Wait, I don't need double bouncer blockade, do I? I feel like I should try to unequip this one. Or should I just have both? Honestly, having both is probably not bad. How do I... Yeah, wait, it actually tells me. Wait, no. Defense 1. How do I switch to defense 2? You have to press this? That's kind of... What about C? Okay, C works. Okay, so we'll put that in over... Okay, sure. What is this? A destiny? I'm going to equip this destiny for sure. Get the max HP. We'll grab whatever these are. Max HP, sure. If ignored, you do get coins from that as well. I don't know what the coins are going to be used for is the issue. You get double destiny for completing 2 levels, which is cool. You go max HP, defense, range. What was my ability? That's going to be my ability power. I'm going to go ahead and just go max HP again. Why not? I think I'm able to stay alive. It helps a lot more at the moment versus doing more damage. My damage is mostly fine, but... We'll see if I regret that decision. We've got Magus Quarters or Alchemical Laboratories, some Dungeon Defenders 1 classics. Plus, I've used this imagery for my Dungeon Defenders 1 thumbnail before. This is an awesome, beautiful piece of artwork. Alrighty, so far, my thoughts. I'm really enjoying the ability. The feelings of the abilities, the feelings of the movement, the like smacking down quickly of towers, throwing things in succinct succession, that feels so good. A lot of the quick ability, the responsiveness of the abilities is fantastic. One of my only issues, and this is one of my biggest issues with Dungeon Defenders 2, I don't like, look at the lava here, it's so goopy. I don't think it feels good to smack enemies. I don't like that the sound effect for smacking enemies is what it is. I don't think it feels good. I don't think it's satisfying. I don't enjoy it. I'm gonna jump into Magus Quarters here. Which sucks because like maybe it's personal preference. Maybe it's personal preference. You know, I just don't like the sound effects of smacking enemies. I don't think it feels satisfying. Maybe you guys disagree, right? Wave start. It's weird that the thing warps over here. Oh, it's on my harpoon's on 2 now. Okay. I'm gonna move that over there. I'm gonna range attack the little wyverns. It's cool to have the different enemy types. I also feel like the clarity is also not great on the minions themselves. The clarity on the doorways is incredible. The clarity on where the minions are going to be coming from is so fantastic. Arguably some of the best of any Dungeon Defenders game I've ever played, right? But the clarity of where the minions are at, I kind of wish they had like a white border around them, similar to that of like they do when you hover over them. To be fair, I'm gonna be, ooh, this guy's gonna knock me down. I'm in a really bad situation here. Way too slow. I should be dashing way more is honestly a huge thing here. Let's try to spin to win. Did not play that great. That was my fault. I got knocked down and kind of positioned poorly. That was definitely a good example of human error. We're gonna place this. Spiders are already coming. Also, I wish they did a much better job of slowly introducing you to all the enemy types. It feels like they're banking off of your knowledge of Dungeon Defenders 1. Dungeon Defenders 1 didn't hold your hands at any point. It really made you like slowly discover things and figure things out. But it did a really good job of pacing because of that, you know? They don't introduce djinns until nightmare difficulty. They don't introduce shamans until like medium or hard later wave difficulty. You see like goblins and archers and like one orc on the early maps, right? Like they give you a lot of time to adjust and learn all of the abilities and weaknesses of the like new and upcoming minions. And I feel like this game isn't doing that. This game is full on throwing spiders, orcs, shamans, everything at me all at once. And I feel like it's kind of expecting me to have pre-existing knowledge from other Dungeon Defenders games, which isn't a great design. Obviously, most people that are playing this game are probably just Dungeon Defenders fans, right? I get it. Most of which, okay, we've got a ogre here, but that doesn't mean you should not cater towards beginner players. You have to have a good beginner experience, and you have to be, if I wasn't familiar with the dungeon, I die like an idiot. If I wasn't familiar with the Dungeon Defenders franchise, I would be so lost and so confused here. I feel like it would be a bad time. I feel like things happen so quickly. This game's pacing is wildly fast, which makes it really fun, really hectic, and really skill-based. There is so much skill expression in this game that I can already tell that is like really exciting to see. I'm gonna go ahead and pump some stuff into HP. It's really exciting to see. But for new players, there's just no tutorial. There's no easing your way in. It's just full-on massacre mode, which I feel like is a little too extreme. Once again, like 60% or so of gamers, there's many studies that talk about this, 60% or so of gamers quit a game within the first 1 hour. So if you aren't giving your new player a good new player experience without prior knowledge to the franchise, you're butchering your game. Your game's just like not unlikely to succeed. Now, that doesn't mean games can't be hard. Like we look at things like Elden Ring, right? Elden Ring, really difficult game that has an incredible beginner like tutorial zone and sort of entryway to the game. The way it slowly takes you up the and reveals the world, the way you have to deal with like the inner dungeons. It shows you how to deal with minions in a tight corridor so you don't like smack your sword around. Elden Ring's start is really good and really well designed, and allows people who have never played a Souls-like game ever to jump in and enjoy Elden Ring. I don't think Dungeon Defenders Going Rogue does this. I think if you haven't played, dash over here. If you haven't played a Dungeon Defenders game, you're gonna have a really hard time. If you haven't played a Dungeon Defenders game, you're gonna have a hard time. If you haven't played a roguelite, you're gonna have a pretty hard time. If you haven't played a Dungeon Defenders game or a roguelite, I don't see you continuing to play this game. I don't think people who haven't played who aren't familiar with the Dungeon Defenders franchise or roguelites, like, continuing to play this game. And that may sound silly, because obviously if you're finding a game on the Steam store, like, oh, it's a Dungeon Defenders, you know, it's likely that you have one of these traits or fit into one of these, but how games become really, really great, and it's still not good game design, like, you want to aim for the average player. You can't get away with, oh, the game is good because, you know, it's still doable. You have to have that good new player experience. It's so, so important, and it's what this this kind of quote-unquote series that I do on this channel, on my main channel with different Pokemon MMOs and other games, the first impressions is so, so important. And understanding what makes for a good new player experience is so, so important. But that's about it for that ramble. I'll call it there. All right, there's that first wave, or first map completed once again. Let's go ahead and check out what we've got. We're going to take all of our destinies from this. I don't know what the runes are going to be used for. I assume you reach like a shop at some point. That would be my guess. I'm going to go ahead and pick up that. We're going to pick up this. We're going to pick up pretty much everything. Once again, why not? Oh, it does tell you? Okay. I need to pay attention. I need to read better. Okay. It does tell you warping core and moving core. So, okay, you do have the knowledge heading into it, but there's nothing on screen other than that's, once again, horrible for the new player experience. I didn't even catch that. Maybe I'm just slow. I get it. You know, fair, right? Understandable. But I don't think, I'm sure a lot of people just missed that information. Like, man, there has to be something more on screen. They don't explain what warping and moving core are. I know it's pretty self-explanatory, but those sound pretty similar things. The game should be having some sort of pop-up. Like, it doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to hold your hand, right? But it should be giving you some more information, a little more guidance to say, hey, in warping core, the core is going to warp around whenever the wave starts. In moving core, it's going to slowly be guided around. There is a big difference there that isn't always exactly obvious. It's just, I feel like there are so many assumptions made, and I've talked about this before. This is an issue that happens when the deeper you get into a skill in life, the deeper you get into a hobby, a passion, whatever it is, the harder it is to zoom out and understand that experience from the average player's perspective. So the deeper you get into something, the better you get at something, the harder it becomes to teach that thing. And it's really, really hard for certain game developers or designers or artists or whatever the skill may be to have that zoom out ability to actually be able to make a game for a brand new player. When Chromatic Games has made 4 games or 4 games or so or more for the Dungeon Defenders franchise, it's really hard for them to zoom out at that point and imagine someone playing a Dungeon Defenders game for the first time. And understandably so. But if they want to be able to create a good product for new players, I think it's really, really crucial. So I'm railing this game really, really hard right now for a poor new player experience, which I strongly feel like it does have a really poor new player experience. Having said that, dude, I'm fucking loving this game. I'm having a lot of fun. This is such a good game this is the perfect game to come home from work and sort of put on and just smack around some enemies and have fun. This is the perfect game for post-commentary. This is the perfect game to just chat around and hang out with the boys and relax and meme around. Is it chaotic? Is it fast? Yes. But it could also become muscle memory super, super fast. And it just feels enjoyable. It doesn't feel... If you lose, it's like, okay, whatever. I go next run, you know? I'm sure at some point, or certain runs, it doesn't really feel like that, but I'm really, really enjoying Dungeon Defenders Going Rogue more than I enjoyed Dungeon Defenders 2. I don't know if that's a hot take. I don't know what the general consensus is, but I 100% personally have been enjoying Going Rogue more than Dungeon Defenders 2, which is not something I ever wanted to say or not something I ever wanted to feel. I was so excited for Dungeon Defenders 2, like years up until its release. And then it came out and it was not for me, and it's still not for me. But Going Rogue is this fun little chaotic, crazy mixture of games that could work. Now, I have a lot to play and a lot to explore. And obviously, getting to the end game, whether a game is truly good or not, is going to matter so much about its end game, which we haven't seen yet. And Chromatic Games are infamous for making very end game based. Like Dungeon Defenders 1 is such I'll just be double jumping, such a crazy end game based game. Like, that wouldn't normally be made like that today. It's pretty ridiculous, the level of end game that game has, that most people never saw. Like, most people never saw the end game of DD1, I would argue. But I'm really, really, really enjoying... Ooh, I got my towers up pretty fast there. Ogre is coming in pretty hot here. Never seen the green Ogre so far. Got a defense drop, it looks like. Once again, like visuals like this, and chromatic, even in Dungeon Defenders 1, they were bad at this. They pop visuals on your screen without explaining what they mean or what they do at all. New player experience is terrible. It turns into a wiki game, and wiki game is fine. Dungeon Defenders, pretty much every single Dungeon Defenders game almost needs like a tutorial guide, like a guide from like Terraria, like that NPC who you throw into the lava to spawn the wall of flesh. Pretty much every single Dungeon Defenders game just needs something like that because it just inhibits so many new players from getting into the game with this kind of design. Burn, hit last 3 seconds. This is pretty interesting. Steel power. I'm gonna go this, I guess. I don't know if it's sure. Oh, this is very, very good. Okay, sure. That's super powerful. How do I... Did I not take it? Equip. Yeah, E. Okay. Okay. I see. What is this? Not a better weapon. Some random little room. Alchemical Labs or Magma Mines. Let's go Alchemical Labs. I'm used to it. More familiar with the map. Magma Mines is something either specific to a different Dungeon Defenders game. It's really smart of them, I will say. Like, the idea of the developers to take the formula they had, take the Dungeon Defenders IP, right? Take the heroes, take a lot of the maps as we're seeing, and making a roguelite out of it, I think is genius. I think it works so well for this. Also, the graphics and like lag and hardware stuff is smoothing up so much. I think it, once again, I don't know why, it gave me hard Minecraft vibes with like the like your first time you load up a world, or the first time you log into a world, it has to like kind of register no matter what, you know, level of GPU you have. It has to do that sort of processing. So it's kind of, I don't know what causes, I don't know what causes it have to load like that, but I mean, sure, it's not the worst thing in the world as long as it, you know, smooths out over time, and is playable consistently afterwards. That's all that really matters. I need to figure out which tower is actually the more powerful one, but I don't know. I'm having a really fun time playing Dungeon Defenders Rogue so far. At the end, I'll probably be giving it a... Oh, I died on accident. At the end of my playtime here, I'll probably be giving it a first impressions review. Not a review as a game. I always want to qualify with first impressions. I'm not trying to judge this game's entirety. With first impressions, it's possible I give a game like a 2 out of 10, and it's actually like a 12 out of 10, or like a really fucking incredible game. And I just don't know because I haven't gotten to the end game, right? It's always possible. So I'll be giving a first impressions review, not a total game score and review, because I just don't know it enough. I'm not qualified, haven't gotten to the end game. I definitely will continue playing this game and doing some casual talkovers with it and commentaries with it. And we'll see how much I enjoy that, and we'll see how much Dungeon Defenders Going Rogue we see on this channel. But for picking this game up for $3.74 on the Steam Winter Sale, I am thoroughly happy with my purchase. We did get level 6 there, which is going to give us some pretty big talents and upgrades. I'm going to go ahead and put more. I'm going to put the rest into, I want to upgrade this. Yeah, go full into offense, honestly. I'm super cool with that. I want to go ahead and check out, when do we unlock? We have unlocked more heroes. Nice. I don't know what causes that. Ooh, they have different stats as well. So we can see Squire, 130 HP, shield 20. Apprentice, HP 75, shield 75. Huntress, HP 100, shield 50. Series EV, more shield, 100 shield. Monk, 100 to 50. And then get the Warden. I assume this is the like counterpart to the Hermit. Seeing 125 HP with 25 shield. A melee support that can buff herself and her defenses and blockades. Now, another part of this game is that it's clearly based around 4-player co-op, which is something that Chromatic Games is really good about doing and really good about creating games like that. I don't usually play them like that because I like having, I like solo player games, I like playing single player, I like having the control, whatever, right? But I encourage you guys to try. I'm sure this game would be incredible with some bros in Discord just hanging out, memeing around. Should be a good time. But anyways, I see myself playing Dungeon Defenders Rogue at least a fair bit here in the future. I plan to continue to keep playing. You'll see some commentary videos here and there. Nothing serious. I don't think I'll end up making this a full-on series like I do with my Dungeon Defenders 1 campaign, but I could see myself having some fun, playing it here and there, giving commentary, having conversations, just talking and trying to progressing in the game and getting better and better at it slowly and slowly. But for now, this has been Retro Pat. I really, really appreciate you guys watching the video. Hopefully it was entertaining or helpful in some way. Like the video if it was, dislike if not. Subscribe to the channel for daily uploads, and we're back at the Deeper Well, which is just a poetic place to end this. I'm going to be giving Dungeon Defenders Rogue 2 different scores, okay? I'm actually giving this game 2 different scores. For the player who has never played a roguelite game and never played a Dungeon Defenders game, I'm sorry, Dungeon Defenders Rogue probably gets like a 3 or 4 out of 10. This is a terrible game if you've never played something from this franchise or from this genre before. However, if you have played either a Dungeon Defenders game or either a roguelite, this is probably going to be like at least a 6 out of 10 to you, right? And then if you have played both a roguelite and you care about the Dungeon Defenders franchise, this is looking like a solid like 8 out of 10, maybe even 9 out of 10. I think that this game is just going to vary so differently per person, and I'm really interested to see the reviews, and I'm really interested to see your guys' feedback and your guys' thoughts and opinions on a game like this. I feel like this is a game that could be so viscerally different and really fit different people's perspectives, which I don't feel that way this strongly about every game that I play. Obviously, anybody can enjoy anything they like, but this is a whole different beast. So I'm going to keep playing Going Rogue. Hopefully you guys have a great day, have some fun, play some games, and I'll be seeing you guys later. Peace a freaking Reno.